yes.
It's four-leaf clover. Make a wish.
Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud.
No ego on that side of Hollywood, is there?
Because maybe they're just as good and we're wasting time.
Why can't you just admit it's over?
Some people are in it just for the art.
It's too complicated. It's like algebra. Why you gotta put numbers and letters together? Why can't you just go fuck yourself?
Hey now.
Not everyone's going to enjoy this show. Settle in.
It is Halloween. It's time for Halloween.
All that staying in. Everything's staying in.
116. Happy Halloween.
I love starting off an episode
This is
with Troxy Cotton shaking his head in disgust and despair. What is up, everybody? My name is JDirty, apparently.
Everything. They saw everything. They saw everything. Everything.
My name is Big Ketchup.
Big Ketchup, El Duderino.
Everything is staying on the show. Everything is staying. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Halloween episode of Scrub Hop Talk. Officially,
we've all dressed as our costumes. We'll go into it later.
Yep.
I mean, dressed as our costumes. Our name is our costume, is what I meant to say. Yeah, I've ruined that one. That's all right. What's up, y'all? Yeah.
Our name is our costume. That's what I always say.
You look like Ketchup. You look like El Duderino, and I look like my parents cared. At least we're all something we're not.
No, you don't.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? My name is really JDirty. We got Big Trox to my right, left, otherwise the other side, and underneath where I keep my balls is Troxy Cotton. What's up, everybody? What's up?
Otherwise known as...
Oh, don't be the dick!
There you go.
I thought you were going to Julie jerk me off.
No, he's Dopey the Dick today.
And,
but, you know, I appreciate it. And
thanks a lot.
Thanks for saying that.
Thanks a lot.
Guys, I feel good today. I feel good.
I feel
it's
great.
Halloween. I'm dressed
it
up.
Is.
This is okay.
It's actually it's Devil's Night right now as this is on. So you know, I got to come correct on the banner. You know what I'm saying?
Happy Devil's Night. Give a Happy Devil's Night banner.
It's Devil's Night. Oh my god!
I tried to explain that to my children, and they were just like, "We don't like that." It's like that's okay. Devil's Night's fun. It's a good night to be in Detroit. Bloody Sunday is going on right now in Detroit. Fright Fest and Halloween tomorrow.
Fright Fest.
It's gonna be some dope ass shit. I wish I was there. I'm not. I'm here.
No, Fright Fest is tonight, isn't it?
Oh, you know what? You could be right. I don't know. We pre-record. I can't remember. It's
Shout out Fright Fest. Yeah.
Big ups Devil's Night. Yeah, it's you know,
no, not tonight.
Probably my favorite holiday the whole year. I really enjoy it
tonight.
as much as it got trash talked on the wrap-up show this week by Gary Dilbatate. He does not like Halloween.
The anti-Halloween rants.
Yeah, Gary Dillabuki, he doesn't like it, and I do. So fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep celebrating it. I'm gonna be a bottle of ketchup, and I'm gonna rep my ketchup.
I still want to know why he blocked me.
And I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit more for you guys and let you know that the last week's What's in the Box that had this robe in it that I was also wearing last week. That wasn't just any old robe. It was also my Halloween costume. So thank you guys so much for joining us today on Scrub Hop Talk. This is a lot of fun for us.
You're welcome.
I mean, who wants soft cock? Get real. They want hard cock or they don't want cock. That's what I'm here to say on Halloween, baby.
That's definitely true. And the realest shit you ever said. But you know what I want?
Did you just timestamp that, you piece of shit?
Absolutely.
Do you know what I want?
Yeah. I would like a beverage.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
Shouts out my costume.
Hey, we're actually dressed as our costumes tonight.
We are dressed as our costumes. And I'll start off just because I did say shouts out my costume, and the careful man, there's a beverage here is a direct reference to one thing that I'm drinking here tonight. I'm double fisting those. So this is gonna take a second.
Hold on to all shitheads. This may be Troxy Cotton's best contribution to this segment in the history of the show.
The most prepped segment he's been a part of.
Not only Not only did he actually get like a real beverage that like looked like it took him a level of effort, but it's literally the beverage referenced in the sound drop.
And it is so good. It is so good.
What's
there is a beverage
Trox,
here.
It's probably like not even though.
It is.
I bet
like,
it is.
I bet it's probably like
one part.
That's like a Caucasian Italian, isn't it?
No,
this guy doesn't strike me as
parts vodka, the rest parts milk, baby boy. I'm going hard, okay? I don't mess around.
El Duderino doesn't strike me as somebody that would not be trying to drink alcohol. Like I feel like
and that for this evening is kind of going to be my backup drink. You guys may see me reach for it. Maybe if there's a time where I make a particularly good joke and then I want to have a sip of my White Russian.
You're gonna cymbal tap yourself.
Exactly. But what I also have here this evening is something that I texted Mr. Dirty earlier.
We could do 2 in a week.
Yeah, we can.
On Halloween, anything goes, baby.
Anything's possible on this show. And I believe you actually did this one earlier on this show. This was the Ghost Fish Lunar Harvest.
I've done that one on this show as well.
I was walking through my local my local beverage mart, and they had this in a 4-pack, and I thought, well, doesn't that look lovely? I'm gonna get it for the show.
You both sent me that, and I know I've got that. I don't. It looks identical to last year. I'm gonna kick myself in the dick if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is.
His lighting on that can is just terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad lighting, and I also got that dogfish head that we talked about, and the case on that might be something you're interested in, JDirty.
It's most definitely some casework I'm into. Pumpkin beer wall goes up this week.
It might be bad lighting, but do you know what it's not?
You can't have hair like this with bad dick.
It is not bad dick.
It's true.
It's better, and actually, his dick is better in the dark. So no.
I got good hair and decent dick. What are you guys drinking?
Wow, did you just you went into a real bad stuttering spell there, bud? You all right?
Bad stuttering?
I think so. Do you want me to go? I can go. I have got to keep up our Halloween theme that we got going on tonight. It's a little departure from the pumpkin, but it's definitely a Halloweeny. This is a Rogue Dead and Dead. Check that boy out, man.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Where's that label at? Oh yeah, look at that.
What, like an IPA barrel age or something?
Essentially, yeah. It's a Dead Guy ale aged in oak Dead Guy whiskey barrels. So it's the Rogue Dead Guy ale, which I'm sure you've had. Most people have had that. That's a pretty common beer. They just aged this one in whiskey barrels. So
that'll fuck you up. It's got a big percentage point.
It's going to be a good time. It says it's gratefully dedicated to barrels. I'm going
to say an 11.
I figured what's better than a Dead Guy beer for Halloween?
9.4. 9.4.
That's good.
Wow. It's 9.5.
Oh, damn. I was good.
No, but you're the closest without going over. I didn't even try.
Price is right. Good. Yeah, baby.
Price is right rules. You're the fucking winner. All right. JDirty, what you got?
All right. I've got something that I drove to Golden, Colorado. It was right next
to Colorado. Was it next to the Days Inn?
In Golden, Colorado. If you're in Jolo, don't show up. I'm trying to get some ass. You're in Jolo, well, meet me June 19th at Angelo's. Anyways, so I drove out to Golden, Colorado to go to a New Terrain Brewery. That's all right. Your brother knew. I'm going to have
but like, what a very specific inside joke for just you two to take that much time.
I've got 13 records dedicated to that inside joke, Cotton. The fuck are you talking about? Know where you are.
God.
I always tell my kids, read the room. It might not be a great room, but you're in it. Guilty as charged. Okay. For my what's in the glass, I'm drinking an Elysian Dark of the Moon. This thing is fucking awesome. It's so good.
Love that. I love that every week for you. It's delicious.
For my what's in the glass. Okay.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
Whatever the fuck we're calling it. Or we always call it.
Big Trox, you had something else that you were going to talk about? Or
what my God. Okay.
What do you think of Big Ketchup?
I wanted to talk.
That was expensive.
I wanted to talk about something that had me cracked up about a week and a half ago, and I just wanted to gauge both your gentlemen's feelings on this, and that is, first of all, Richard Christie's reaction to, and this new film Terrifier 2. I'm very curious if either of you plan to see this film. Oh yeah, let me shit.
We're talking Stern Show, aren't we? Are we talking about cock or what?
We're on a little Stern Show wrap-up show.
Talking about cock, right?
First of all, when Howard started the show off the other day with bringing Richard on the air to talk about Terrifier 2, and then he talked about watching Halloween with his parents as a kid, and he started crying when Fred played the Halloween theme song. Right. I know that we've heard Richard cry on air 100 times, but it makes me giddy. I was getting ready for work, and I'm like sitting there brushing my teeth, and they start playing the Halloween song. He's like, "Oh my god,
this is the greatest song, Fred, that's ever been played." And my parents
just feel like
took me to go see The Thing by John Carpenter when we were in 1980. What?
He's a very genuine, sweet man, and it's funny when he cries. I'm just like, it's not. If JD cries, what the fuck? But like Richard crying is like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's
laugh.
just so it's
so common.
I laugh every time, but it's like no longer like
he cries for
shit,
everything.
Richard cried today. The fucker cried. Like King of the Hill was dead.
Yes, he cried because Cotton on King of the Hill died. Like
there you go. Cotton. Like why the fuck would you cry if Cotton died?
So that was just really funny to me, and I've been thinking about it for like a week. I went back and on the app, I know Howard's always talking about the app on his show. I went back and rewatched that clip of Richard explaining his love for Terrifier and crying, and it was so funny. Just watching.
I think you were leading with, are we planning to watch the movie?
Yes,
Terrifier?
that's what. Yes, I want to know. I want to know if JDirty's going to react to Terrifier 2, because I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I like slasher movies sometimes, you know what I mean? Like I liked all the Saw movies. I liked all the Saw movies, and if something comes on and I'm like, oh, this looks fucking crazy, I might watch it, but I don't seek them out. But now that this one is like people are leaving the theater vomiting, I'm like, maybe I should watch that.
No, that's the reason I have zero desire to watch it. Why do I?
You won't do it.
It's not like I don't have a hard steadfast that I won't do it, but I don't watch horror movies anymore. I watched all the Saw and like first 6 maybe or something in the theaters, and then there's been like 3 more. I've never even seen them.
Oh, the one with Chris Rock was
caring,
good.
Or does it bother you?
Kind of both, maybe. Like I don't know. Like I don't need to. They kept getting more and more, and it wasn't like I always went to Movie Tavern. I was always eating ketchup and French fries during it. It's not like I fucking gave a shit about that. But there you go.
Good ketchup.
And I'm so glad you dumped French fries. She was always ruining our movie.
Eating ketchup and French fries during the movie.
I didn't have it until you raised up your sweater. Much like the movie.
Man, French fries used to talk all the time.
She'd ruin a flick. But no, I'm just saying, it's not like the gore was there, but it's so much now that people are throwing up. Why? I don't need to do that. I have zero desire.
Cotton, what do you think?
Footage of heights makes me nauseous.
I think my dreams are weird enough already. I'm already like getting like I'm getting like chased by federal agents in my dreams. I don't need to add killer clowns to that mix. You know what I mean? Like shit's weird enough in my subconscious.
Another one of those Trox brothers. You know what I mean?
you know what I'm saying? I'm in a constant fugitive FBI relationship in my dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Your hybrid dream would be like an FBI agent, like being there when the elevator opens.
Wait, you guys don't have
and then chasing him down a flight of stairs, and the only option of escape is jumping down the middle.
Oh my god!
You guys don't have the Adjustment Bureau or the Departed following you through your dreams, trying to take you out of various situations. That's not a common thing for you guys.
Yeah, no, I get that all the time.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's
I don't even dream a lot anymore. I wish I did.
that's almost more upsetting than what I said.
That was kind of the saddest thing you said so far tonight. I don't even dream anymore.
You said it so sad too. I don't even dream anymore.
I'm just saying I don't have like I don't have a common theme. I like dreaming.
I don't want to be here anymore.
No, I'm not. That's not a downer statement. I guess it sounds like one. But
it was the way you said it. It was the way
your brother's got a common theme in his dreams. I don't even have have dreams.
It's been happening a lot lately. I don't know why these feds are out to get me. I don't know what's going on in these dreams.
Well,
they're out to
you
get
know,
me.
Look that up in a dream book or whatever.
I get it because
anxiety.
There are some things now that like I just don't want to see anymore. And like I went and seeked out that movie Visitor Q. I don't think either of you have seen that, and I don't recommend it to humans.
You recommended it to me.
What did
as
Denzel
like a thing
have
I
to get
should
his
never
wife
watch.
medical care?
Just watch it. Just watch it.
It's Denzel in a hospital and he's trying to get his son a heart. It's called Visitor Q. Everyone
wife
check
is
it out.
Get every visitor in here now.
We need Visitor Q.
Q.
Like I checked that one out. I watched the Human Centipede movie because that was another one that
we have to
Human
get her
Centipede out. Human Centipede's a comedy. That's not even like a slasher film or anything. Like it's so absurd. It's meant.
That's
to
like
be
saying
like,
Strangeland is like a fucked up movie because from what
Strangeland is great.
But like it's not what that was gore or that was crazy. When you showed me that blew my mind. Now it's like.
But have you seen Human Centipede, JDirty? It's comical.
No.
Like the obviously the conceit is comical, but also the way that the movie plays out is just hilarious.
The fact that there's a sequel is comical.
Real quick. There's a line in the beginning of Human Centipede.
Yeah, we've heard all about the line in Human Centipede.
The two women are driving. the two women are driving their car in the middle of some fucking like random country in Europe. Two American women. And it's the middle of the night, and they get a flat tire, or their car breaks down, or something like that. And they're looking at each other like in disbelief in the front of the car, and they're like, "I can't change a tire. I'm wearing heels. Can you?" Like it is the most.
It's like as bad as bowling balls.
I was literally Jay. I was about to say it's like the acting in bowling balls.
It's what it sounded like he was describing to me.
Oh my god,
Cotton! I know that you're probably unaware of this, but ICP released around the time of Hell's Pit, so like 2003, 2004. They released a music video called Bowling Balls.
August 30th.
And August 30th. Okay, so I guess 2 random years. Jay knows the exact date.
I do, but anyway, go on.
So it was a mini movie that ICP put out that's like 30 minutes long, and it's a like slasher horror flick to the song Bowling Balls, and the acting
is all about a song that he collects people's heads.
Yeah, he kills people and collects their heads.
He collects like hundreds of heads, so those are his bowling balls.
Your head will mean so much to me.
It's so corny, but there's a whole like trauma movie. Like it's so bad, it's awesome.
And that's the whole point of it. But the acting is just like Human Centipede. Sorry, Jay. At one point,
I was just gonna say, bro. At one point, they're fighting over Jay and Shaggy's characters are fighting over this chick. And one's pulling her torso, and Shaggy's pulling her head, and her head rips off with her whole spine still attached. And they start beating each other with the head on a spine. It's that bad that it's so fucking hilarious. It is great. Yeah. Bowling Balls is awesome.
Yeah, so shit like that. Just to bring that back to Human Centipede. It's not a gross movie, but like, no, I'm not gonna watch Terrifier 2 because I don't need to see a woman being sawed in half with a hacksaw.
Starting from her vagina.
Starting from her vagina.
Not that if it was the armpit, I'd be like, yeah, that makes it better.
I love how that's the detail we got too. Like that's all I know about the movie. That's literally the only thing I know, and I'm like.
That's the thing that I heard. And what's the name of the clown in that fucking movie? What's
Art the Clown.
Art. It's so absurd. I bet you it's a fun, absurd movie to watch if you go into it like this is crazy and ridiculous. But yeah, I'm good off all that. I don't. The last really gory movie.
I was curious if JDirty was going to respond to it. That was all I wanted to know.
Back when Hostel came out, everybody was like, I was in college, and everybody was like, we got to go watch this. Like, people are getting tortured in a basement. I'm like, that's happening here. That's a problem on campus. Like, why the fuck are we driving to the movie theater?
People were getting tortured in basements at Western?
I believe at every college in America.
What?
Colleges are basically an underground black market of rape and torture. That's what goes on. I'm just trying to say, it's Halloween. Anything goes. Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
All right, the last 48 seconds was for satire only. I'm just kidding. But I'm just trying to say, I wasn't trying to go watch that shit and then come back to my dorm room. I'm straight up on that.
Holy shit.
Much to the same, when Rich, I won't see the movie, but when Richard said, how do you not talk and you're all scary? And the guy said, oh, my aunt was deaf. So I used to just make all these facial features to make her laugh. And I just was bummed out because there's a lot of hype for this movie, and she's not fucking gonna hear a goddamn thing about it. And she's like the sole contributor, in my opinion. So that's all I had. Go on.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
We can't use any of this episode.
We're using everything. Everything.
If we can't make death jokes, what can we do?
We have nothing.
What, like someone's gonna hear it and get upset?
Hey,
you know what? And I want to keep the Hostel thing going because we still got the Stern Show wrap-up show
well, then
show
keep
banner
telling me that what I'm saying is offensive, and it'll get real hostile.
Are you trying to speak in American Sign Language right now so we can get the point across to everybody?
No, I was pointing down to the banner. We got the Stern Show wrap-up show banner still up, and the movie Hostel was written by Eli Roth while he was working for Howard Stern as his door guy, sitting outside the door.
I remember that story. That was Hostel that he wrote.
That was the movie Hostel, and
weird,
a lot of
weird tie-in.
Now, you guys know how I've told you every time I'm waiting for an elevator, I just expect it to open and I'm going to get blown away.
Yes.
A lot of times when I'm taking a piss at a random urinal, if it's like a real gross urinal and there's a stall next to me, I imagine that somebody's going to slice my Achilles tendon and I'm going to fall down because they're going to get me from inside the thing, like in Hostel. What do you guys think about that?
They will. And if I'm going to take you, that's how I'm going to take you, is by Achilles tendon. So I understand why you would feel that way.
You should why.
No, I'm in therapy. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say maybe start doing this with like pornos instead of fucking terror movies. Like just every time you go to like get
you mean to watch snuff films?
But no, every time you go get a bite to eat, be like, this chick might blow me instead of making me a
I
sandwich.
do think that. I
don't doubt that at all. Like you guys are like you guys are the yin to the yang. Like, if incest I think you two.
I think they're gonna kill me, and he thinks they're gonna blow him.
I've been a delivery boy.
I'm like that girl during the raid a few weeks ago. I just want my fucking sandwich.
I've been a delivery boy for many years of my life, and I think part of the reason that I continue doing it is because I feel that one of my deliveries, I'm gonna show up, and it's gonna be like some lady, and she's gonna be like,
it's gonna be like.
She's gonna be in like a
Gianna Michaels.
She's gonna be like, "Can you bring that inside for me, delivery man?" And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, no problem."
All right, how long have you been a delivery person in people's homes? 4 or 5 years?
All told, probably closer to like 7. You know.
All right, has that anything ever even come close to like being like hit on or picked up, or have you ever anything?
Well,
for me, it has.
I've seen a couple of naked people. Almost been hit on.
Because like, what does that mean? Now, this is where we should have started.
Do you want me to start off the Stern Show wrap-up?
Yeah, we're off of that. I'm just curious because you hear about that, but like that's real. Like you've gotten laid off of a delivery.
No, I haven't got laid off a delivery, but I'm saying it could happen, and I don't know why it couldn't. I don't know why. I didn't
ask the question. What's possible? All right, Cotton Trox, what were you? You said it's happened. You're done.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done because that is the point: is that it could happen. You don't just go about life being like,
my question was, has it happened? And you said, "Oh yeah, no."
No, I didn't. I said it hasn't, but it could still.
How old are you?
There's a chance.
Just tell us your real age, Benji.
Okay.
Listen,
okay.
There's a chance that a nice gentleman will offer him to come in next time he's delivering a sandwich.
Now that I feel like almost has happened. I do feel like that has almost happened a couple of times. Where there's
then in that case, it's almost happened to me too.
There was a customer.
Wonky bear below us. It almost happened.
He was looking at me. He was kind of looking at me a certain way and was like, "So."
And he was
off cock. Get real.
Yeah,
I'm not interested.
I've heard of like blowjob handlebars. You have reins. You're set up for a distance. Shut the fuck up.
Reins.
Because I constantly want to like assume something's bigger and deeper than it is. So you know, it's because of you guys.
Absolutely. Oh man. Yeah.
No, listen. It's nice to have dreams. That's the only point I'm trying to make. And no, probably things like that won't happen, but it's cool to think about. And yeah, so the important thing about that is I'm not like Big Trox in that I don't sit there and have those intrusive thoughts of terrible things happening. I'm like, oh, what if something cool happens today?
Constant.
You know what I mean? Like I live my life through hope. He lives his life through fear, and that's why we're different.
You can't give your therapist's name out on the show. Jesus Christ.
Hope, I love you, Hope. You're a sweet lady.
I will say I've had a couple fun encounters in my delivery days because I did that for a number of years.
No, you did not.
Not with like sexual encounters. By no means. That never happened. That was never a thing.
You their drugs? Huh?
Definitely that is a thing that happened.
What,
regularly.
like someone back in the days, like when you brought him a pizza, like, hey, you want to come and smoke a bowl?
Back when you
or hey, like we're having a party right now. Do you want to come in and have a beer? Or like we're all doing a shot, or we're doing this, we're doing. I'd be like, yeah, here's your sandwich, or here's your pizza. I would love to enjoy your company right now.
No,
that shit.
You've done that.
Big catch up.
Yeah,
you walked into a party of random dudes that just said, "Come in and get drunk with us."
Yes.
Man, what are your behind the paint stories? Jesus Christ!
Don't you now, as a responsible adult, don't you feel bad about your younger self and the irresponsible man that you used to be and the decisions that you used to make? Go ahead and repent for us on the show.
Some of them I've been repentant for. You know what I'm saying? And
that's for sure.
But none of that stuff was fun. Like I thought that was like you know, my boss at the time when I worked at the pizza joint or the sandwich joint didn't give a shit if I came back with, you know, a little bit of something on my mouth. Like that. Nobody cared.
I'm just surprised you're not afraid of getting
world.
Literally just like kidnapped or like you don't go into a house full of drunk dudes. Like that's like they're just. Am I alone?
The thing about me is that when I go into a house of drunk dudes,
you get a vibe, bro.
With me. Yeah,
I get a vibe from everybody in the world that they're out to like do bad.
Bro,
I don't trust stuff.
If a door opens and you see like 35 people, everybody's hanging out and like having a nice time.
I'm more afraid of that than you are of the gunman.
And then if the door opens and it's one person and they're like, "Hey, would you like to come inside?" And I just be like,
"All I want to do is watch music videos with people in my apartment." That's
like if that happened, I'd be like, "No, that's cool." But if somebody's like, "Hey, we're having a party. Do you want to come hit the keg real quick?" I'd be like, "Well, sure."
Wow.
Yeah. Why the fuck not?
Maybe a younger me, but I don't really think I would have.
When I get
bullshitting. The younger JDirty I know definitely would have been doing that shit. I know that.
I wasn't afraid of the germs back then, but I don't think that guy was walking into a party like that by myself to go start taking shots. I don't think I was doing that. I'm not talking tough. I was an alcoholic. I peed out of many a hotel window. I don't remember. I've got a history. I understand.
What?
You can't just drop that.
Whose story is more wild in this scenario?
Yeah, come on, bro. Like you're giving me a hard time, and you just said I was an alcoholic. I've peed out of many hotel windows.
I didn't say was an alcoholic, and if I did, that was a farcical phrase.
I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
I really cut back on my drinking.
Okay, here's the question though, because fuck all that. What is the point of your Halloween costume and name? Because I would really like to figure out what's going on here this long in the show.
You said that you were costuming. This is your costume? What's up?
This is you costuming. I think we know who Big Ketchup is.
I thought you were talking to Trox.
No, we know
I've been doing an extensive bit of research on Lance Bass, and it turns out that when he first broke into the news to his parents that he wanted to be a part of a band full of men, they were initially against the thought, and he wore red out of anger, and that's why. No, I had a mask and everything, and then I came on. I was like, "Oh, they ain't doing shit. I'm not gonna fucking put on a mask. This thing's hot and sweaty."
I'm ketchup.
I'm doing shit.
Put on your fucking mask.
What do you mean?
You're wearing a hoodie, and he combed his hair.
That's a Lance Bass mask? What's so interesting about that?
You guys told me I had to be less offensive in my name, so that was the best I could come up with on short notice. I'm surprised I came up with his name. I didn't know how to spell Kirkpatrick, so we went with this.
You guys want to listen to some music?
Hell yes, we do,
really
baby.
Do.
So JDirty picked tonight track number 7, and I immediately just assumed that you meant track number 7 off of the JDirty Halloween record because we're in a Halloween spirit after all.
I was wondering why you didn't ask, but I was preemptive.
Track 7 on the Halloween record is a song called Underground Sound. A song I'm on, a song Julie Jerkoff is on, song my main man JDirty is obviously he's the one
Mindshot
going through all the rooms. It's got Mindshot in it.
Yeah, it's got the homie from Sync Note called Sasquatch Josh. There's the name. Also on there. So yeah, it's super dope production by like 6 people because the beat keeps switching up, but it's super fresh. Pardon me. Available, like Trox said, on the Scrub Hoptoberfest collection, I believe is the full name of that. And you can check that out on is that online? Is that on Spotify?
It's everywhere. It is. Anything we play on the show's on Spotify, baby.
That's correct. I forgot. I ask that every week and you say that each time. But yeah, also we have physical copies of that as well at scrubhop.com. So check out Underground Sound right here. Halloween time is tomorrow. Trick or treat, motherfucker. We'll be right back.
Now we all know Halloween, that's my favorite time of year. It's the only time of year that Scrub Hop will bring the fear. The other 364 don't talk about the scary. Usually rap about my kids, the fact that I like being married. Yo, but not on Halloween, cause Scrub Hop is here to scare ya. And I'm the Pumpkin King, and I personally dare ya. Come to the underground, I know a house to fucking rock. It's got so many different rooms, in fact I hope that we find Trox. You know the thing about this house is every different room's a venue. So on behalf of who we meet, we don't give a fuck if we offend you. I know these lyrics and these lines, they so good that if you disagree, your mouth can get the splinters from my pumpkin wood. So let's proceed to the route and get this party started right. Can't wait to see who I find. It's gonna be a fresh night. And in the first room, a dude up in a mask. Who the fuck are you? That's just some questions that I ask. Come on.
Sasquatch Josh, this isn't no candy stop. Unless I'm with the nasty broad, making a panties drop. Rolling with the mask on, can't even match the squad. Christmas the right and I plot to kidnap the Sandy Claus. What's my aim at you at? Just spitting flames with the rats. Trick or treat, motherfucker, put the game in the bag. Hard to make sure that the liquor finna stay in the flask. It's Halloween. As for me, well, I'm trying to stay trashed. That's like we canonize. Much respect to the act. When we in our bags, we'll snag a couple of snacks. If I represent the Bay, I gotta act like a Mac. Grab a chicken and 3 musketeers with my Milky Way on the yak. Yeah, it's San Jose, so we have those blades. Remind you cats don't play, you thinking that's okay. I attain quite the name, bro, don't act so lame. Michael Myers might have to go and slash your face. Couple middle fingers up, cause I see y'all watching me. Put your melon in the window right where your mom can see. Shout out to the beat, but now it's just R.I.P. Josh Skellington and the Pumpkin King holding it down on Halloween.
Now it's pretty fucking fresh that you made it to the house party. You just grabbed a microphone and treated it so naughty. But why the fuck are you here when you live up on the West Coast? First act of the night, you know it's talent, that was not Ghost. Now down the hall, the door is steady, bumping off the hinges. Inside there are trendy bitches taking shots out of syringes. At first glance, I'm thinking, where the fuck are all your mothers? Then I notice up on stage, motherfucking brother!
Chillin' for a while, but known for killing with a smile. Autumn vibing, cause the time is Halloween, yeah, that's a style. Cotton in the kid, you're roasted, hella toasted all the while. Got your whole crew up at our show, rockin' with us, team is wild. Just got done with trick or treating, and you know the sack is large. Time to empty it onto the stage, hope I don't catch a charge. Of these innuendo-laden bars of flavor, seamless bar. Pass the mic to the kid so we can show you he's a star.
Are you ready for the Scrub Hop? Big and young Trox coming with the dumb thoughts to make your subs knock near the end of October. Always not sober, got a doom costume and some orange pot holders. Dropping hot shit every harvest season. Known to party hard till we're hardly breathing. So spark the tree and pass one of the pumpkin. It's Halloween, we gotta be up to something.
We should make a record, call it Big Dirty Cotton. We'd be the new team to beat it. Bet that ain't nobody stopping. I'm glad that they were here, it ain't a party without the fellas. When we come together, every other crew is stupid jealous. Now my skin is fully orange, the transition's once again complete. The Pumpkin King is in effect, from my head to my twiggy feet. There's only 2 more rooms, I'm headed to the next spot. Kick open the door, I see my fucking homie's Mindshot.
Trick or treat, a D.I.E., a bloody murder, Halloween. I'm dabbing with the Pumpkin King, is smashing pumpkins in the street. I'm rowdy as I ought to be. The wicked shit anomaly. I think I hit the artery, but it don't really bother me. Either way, no safety can't be killing. Second the body's up, I'm forever haunting ya. Halloween or Hanukkah, I'm the one to fuck it up so you can get your issue hard. It's colder than the igloo. Halloween, I'm gonna get you rocking at a haunted venue and you VIP. No need to CIT, cause you get RIP. Rest in peace, suck my dick, I'ma treat you a trick. Bitches call me Jack-o'-lantern just cause I'm forever lit. I'm out, on my mind that is. I'm putting razor blades and candies and giving this shit to kids. Murder is what it is, tell them who you running with. Hallows Eve, Halloween, motherfucker, come again.
Fuck me, right here, where everyone can see. Her stage left, the bright lights are drowning, holding me when you need. This isn't fucking entertainment, no. This is me, dying here, pretending it's for show.
Now the murderers, they put it down every time they rock a show. We canonize for life, so make that something that you all should know. We told you years ago that don't nobody love a dead body, but creeping with the dead on Halloween's become my main hobby. Now there's only one more door and the room is full, the stage is empty. Crowd is ready for a show, so fuck yeah, situation's tempting. They parted ways as I walked up like I was entering a ring, and then the voice said,
"Ladies and gentlemen, the Pumpkin King."
Ha! Holy fuck, I can't believe it's happening again. It's like the demon takes over my body and control from within. One day a year my life goes nutty. I must fight the demons alone, cause I can't tell nobody. Unless it's on a track, cause there it's okay. But if it wasn't for the beat, then most of y'all will walk away. As long as this is funny and it happens to rhyme, you gon' keep coming back to my show, and that is just fine. There really ain't a reason to get too deep. Just put the scrub tape on the speakers that you fall asleep. Let's keep this professional, that's all that's really needed. Get yourself another beer, because clearly you're already now I'm not claiming that I hate it, I just wish I had a say. Why the fuck does this happen to me every year anyway? Is there a purpose or a message I should give? There goes another trick-or-treating ass little kid.
Trick or treat.
What the hell are you doing here?
Whoa, what the heck is that?
Get out of here.
Dude, your beard is weird.
Get the fuck out of here. Go! Yo, like I said, this shit has gotten out of hand. For the past 7 years, Halloween, it wasn't bland. I'm the Pumpkin King, I'll draw a line in the sand. It's the season of the Scrub King all across the land. So pop that orange top and yeah, people bottoms up. Cause Scrub Sun's brewing in the house, so we don't give a fuck. And sorry kids, just for your parents, you can bet you get a copy of Broke to Broke, even on cassette. And no, it's not a phone, and hell no, it ain't broke. But if you know what to do, then you are what I call woke. I think the purpose of my yearly is to party at my court. I hit the stage of backup dancers, all the children of the court. You didn't come to waste your time, we didn't come to fuck around. Scrub hops over fest, the dopest show going on in town. The message that I bring is one that's so easy to swallow, and you can't stand in the fire when you made a marshmallow. And you know I keep it wicked only once every 12 months, when my skin is orange and I'm on a candy hunt. A sweet tooth is an understatement where your boy is rocking. I'm the Halloween, I got all those other monsters dropping. We picked up the dirty pieces and big Trox got me sewn, and whenever I take a seat, that chair becomes a throne. It's 2018, Aurora, Colorado is a home. That's right, bitch, Pumpkin King is homegrown.
He isn't coming. Did you bring the toilet paper? Yeah, let me grab it. Let's go get the eggs.
Oh. He's out. He's good. Nope. Ah! It was so close.
You'd see a picture of like a squirrel like trying to get into a fucking bird feeder, and they got one of them little wheels on it. Look just like that guy.
What the fuck, man? What are you doing? What is your
when your glasses
name
are
mean
off?
now?
That's a scary costume.
What does your name mean now?
Innocent of what? What has he been accused of?
You know what? We'll talk about that on 117. This tonight's for celebration.
Okay. Sorry, Tony
All right.
Danza. We know you're the boss still.
Wow.
I really enjoyed that
We'll
song.
talk about it on 117.
Thank you so much for the delightful rendition and serenade you just gave us all. And I would like to
you as well.
I'm pretty sure that was the first mention of Big Dirty Cotton on anything, right?
I think so.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna go back like 28 episodes or so where Cotton claims that he came up with it. I don't know. It's kind of funny. I don't hear him on his lyrics.
We should start a group, call it Big Dirty Cotton.
You're so whack. After we had the conversation in private, you write it into a rap after having us on the Halloween track. This is all in the same period of time. This is like a week later.
Check Snopes.
I hate this show.
Guys,
join me.
It definitely was the first.
Me Talk
yes.
Next week. It's Me Talk. Trox Cotton hosting Me Talk. I talk about me, with me, about me. And you guys can join that because these guys. Bullies.
What I like is that you got to hear my children egg our house, and I thought that was absolutely awesome. I forgot all of the lyrics. I loved you guys on there. I love that each room was like, it was weird because the year prior or the next year, I kind of did the exact same thing without realizing I did it. So maybe cut back on drinking because they were basically like kind of similar concepts, but they were both still fun.
But it's a fun song, and I really enjoyed doing it. And I wrote my verse to that actually on my honeymoon, I believe. I think that tracks. That tracks because we got married in October, and I was working on the beat, and I was like, "Oh, I'm all right."
There we go, bada boom. So yeah, check that out on the Scrub Hoptoberfest collection. It's
much love, Mayhem. Happy Halloween. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Much love.
She's my mustard.
She's probably sitting next to him right now, icing his weird nipples. What did you have to talk about there?
She's probably over with some relish.
For those big hot dogs.
Because she's sick of the sour cream that comes out of her husband's chest.
No, we don't talk about chest cannolis like that. We don't. Just cut it.
That's like the Bruno of your house. All right, what else do we got?
Sorry, Mayhem, for bringing up your husband's nipples on the show.
Real quick, can we circle back to that?
Can we circle back to those long nips?
Out of curiosity.
Can we oval back to those?
Right.
Go ahead.
Cotton had proposed the illusion of sitting next to Mayhem, your one and only Mrs. Big Trox, during the conversation. Now, did it spark some sort of her saying, you know what, I have also been wondering?
That entire segment occurred while she was at the grocery store, so she did not see any of it.
Lame. She hasn't seen it yet?
Was she buying penne pasta?
You know, the Kermit the Frog reference really fucking got to me. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, but can you show her the segment at least of us talking about it and get her reaction then to be like, hey, and just like maybe you could film her like
you've got a teenage daughter now. Ask her. She's seen you at the pool. Like, there's no way your family's unaware.
We could put that on a new episode of JDirty Responds soon.
Yeah, JDirty Responds. Parent asks kid if his nipples are weird. No, I don't think that works.
But no, a child doesn't know nipples enough. But your wife has seen nipples in her day. You need to ask her. I feel like we should have.
You guys want to watch some videos? This is a guy that's carving a pumpkin using a lathe. What do you think about that? Here you go.
Oh,
look at that. He pushed too hard. Now he pushed way too hard.
What is he trying to accomplish?
I think he went from wanting to carve that pumpkin to just being upset that it was not going well, and then he obliterated the pumpkin.
It's like what God did to your nipple.
What would you?
It wasn't God.
It wasn't God. It was his buddy from high school.
I know. We can't say his name though, because his wife will kill us.
Shouts out, high school friend. We know you.
Whoop whoop.
My question is, what would you accomplish?
I'm off of the show. Seriously,
if you're carving a pumpkin with a lathe, you're just gonna put a line through the pumpkin. That doesn't seem very efficient anyway. Like, what was
he trying to like peel it like a potato? Like I was confused as well.
Was he trying to make potato pumpkin pancakes? Because
I thought he was just trying to carve a pumpkin. He looked like he was trying to carve a pumpkin. It didn't go well.
It didn't.
Wow,
now he doesn't
even want to show us clips anymore because we've been talking about his nipples again. You know, you bring up this guy's nipples on one too many shows, and all of a sudden he gets sensitive.
All of a sudden we're typecast.
Oh
my God!
Wow.
That was the slowest serious injury we've ever seen.
All right, so JDirty, I want to start that one over, and I want you to describe that for our audience, please, because I think that requires some play-by-play.
There is so we start out in the backyard of a well-off neighborhood. It backs a nice park.
It looks like it's on a golf course.
It could be. It's either a nice park or a rundown cheap golf course. But either way, it's a nice home. And this man is taking down half of, was that called an awning?
That's a gazebo. Go ahead.
You and that term. Okay, so he's cutting down half of a gazebo. And as the half falls, he thinks he's big pimping all day big shit. And he cuts it down. And as it falls, it knocks his little cheap-ass $8 flea market ladder down. And he bashes his face into the concrete and then topples over himself like a dog who tried to stop too fast for a treat. Go on.
And just, I want you to emphasize the fact that he skips over a chainsaw while.
He does have a running chainsaw, by the way. But if you stop, as soon as he lets it go, right? You know what? On second thought, yeah, he's lucky he didn't land on that chainsaw.
Him dropping that chainsaw and like falling over it was actually pretty precision accurate. That was nice.
That was
the
good.
way
good
he
job,
bent
bud.
it. He bent back like
he scorpioned his body over his neck. That was pretty nice too.
Yeah, like over the course of that 3-second video, he was both sides of a parentheses. You know what I mean? Like he was, his body looked fucked. Oh, big time! Like, his body was fucked up.
All right. Well, since you said that, let's look at somebody else who's. I think their body might have gotten a little fucked up after this. I mean, let me know what you think.
Shouts out Shift 9.
He's cold chilling.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Where does car go? God,
No,
man,
he's
that's
fine,
why if I'm gonna Uber, I don't do rideshare. Like it's gotten aggressive as fuck. Like when it's time to go, it's time to go.
What are you talking about?
I've never been in one. The last time I Ubered, Trox lived here. I hate Uber.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
aggressive.
not that great.
I do it all the time. Doesn't bother me.
No, I mean, I think that dude's probably fine.
Last time I Ubered, I was in Seattle.
He had
broke down.
Tons of ass meat to land on. He seemed fine.
I got a couple more here for you guys. I wanna take you to another guy. This guy just did the wrong thing at the wrong time, and the reaction's pretty funny.
Roger, are you okay?
Yeah,
What did you do?
I hit the gas instead of the brake.
And you didn't have a helmet.
Wow. That is why it is amazing that housewives have
Roger.
like, cause she was so chill about that.
Dude,
Roger,
her level
you
of
could
chill
have
was
hurt your head.
her level of chill is great. Look at that, Doc. No, not you could have hurt your head. Roger almost ran over this bitch. Check this out. Like she's walking out and almost gets blasted by Roger.
He is sick of doing that everyday Pledge of Allegiance bullshit.
Do you think he was trying to kill her? Do you think this was a failed murder attempt? Actually,
You think Roger was trying to murk up Myrna?
Yeah, he was trying to make it look like an accident. I came at her with a dirt bike.
Roger, are you okay?
She's so resilient.
Look at the date. Maybe they were trying to steal the thunder about the whole never forget.
Hey man, relax. Why do you have to do that?
What? I'm a man about details. I'm sorry. If Roger was more about details, we wouldn't have had a clip.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America. I'm sorry.
Suddenly it's too soon for a 9/11 faux pas. Whatever. I'm sick of this show.
Yeah.
Oh
Actually,
man,
I'm
21
not.
years later, and you still can't make a joke, huh?
I
Jesus
think
Christ.
I would like to get us out of here with one more after that. This one's fun here. So this is a wedding ceremony. And they probably should have hired a better photographer, but I think this is a good place to stop. So check this out.
Pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
No fucking way.
That was his actual one job, was to get that moment on camera.
This is not about the photography. This is about God.
Oh my god, that was so good. No, I mean, can we play that again and explain it for people that may just be listening?
For sure. Cotton, why don't you break this video down for the folks out there in the audience?
It is just footage of a marriage ceremony that's taking place.
Well, look, this video here is from the left of the party.
And let me tell you, it's from the left of the party, and this is a still shot. We have like a still shot.
But you can't not emphasize the fact, Cotton, that this is not only footage from the ceremony. This is at the pronunciation of you or at the pronouncement of you are now man and wife.
We're through the vows. Like the vows
moment.
the vows have gone through. The ring bearer is gone. Everything's done, and now they're about to say, Let's kiss the bride. And homeboy, who is operating the camera at that moment, presses some type of button, and it just flips around to his face. And then he immediately makes a face as if to say, "Oh, how do I fix this?"
That guy looks like Elon Musk if it didn't work out.
He does. He looks exactly like Elon Musk.
He looks like Dollar Tree Elon Musk for sure.
He is fat, a non-technologically advanced Elon Musk. Like, he can't figure out a cancel.
And he gets it back to the nuptials right as the kiss is over. So he misses the I do, and he misses the kiss. And then he gets back to them.
If you want my opinion, that is a put on. He did that to be funny. He's not the real photographer.
Come
Look,
on,
well, the
Jay.
first one we saw was over here. It was over here. It was beautiful. It was in focus. Who's messing with the fucking selfie button? Who's filming a wedding on their iPhone? Okay, like
Carl?
what's going on?
And Carl fucked it up.
That wasn't his one job. His other job is trailer park shitter cleaner. The other one is Subway employee. Like he has 18 jobs.
Sandwich artist.
No artist. I don't know. I don't believe it. This is bullshit.
That's what they're called. They're called sandwich artists. Can't give them some respect.
Yeah, but he got fired. He just keeps going. So he's just an employee.
Do you think he ever fell asleep on the job?
Stop it. Too soon.
Are you sure?
We can do 9/11 jokes.
Then we can do sandwich artist jokes.
So
Fine.
I want to relate
You know
something to that real quick, Trox. I have a way to come back to that. So shouts out to my brother, Big Festeroni, because something very similar happened that was very much not a put on at a Vanilla Ice interview that we booked for our old Socially Awkward Radio. Trox, you know this, and Cotton, you probably do too, this story. But so I bring my brother along to say, hey, I want you to like be behind the camera, make sure everything looks good, you know what I mean? Make sure everything's flowing. Give me a high sign if something's wrong. So right before we start talking, I sit down with Mr. Van Winkle, Cotton, and we start the interview, and apparently the main camera, the HD main camera that's right in front of us, shut off. Luckily, I did in fact film this wedding on my iPhone as well from the side, so I just
wedding.
So I could do some cut footage, you know what I mean, cut angles. We get all done. We say thank you. He gives us a 30-minute interview. It's amazing. They told us 10. He stayed for 30. It was so dope. We get to the car. I'm high on life. Then we get high on weed. And then we fucking are talking about how great this just was. And he's like, oh, yeah, I've meant to tell you. The camera shut off right in the beginning. I said, the beginning of what? This conversation, the walk to the car? He's like, no, the very beginning of the interview, but I didn't want to say anything and ruin the interview. I was like, well, we need the footage to have an interview, my friend. So that was a real moment. This guy, I think, was bullshit. But yeah, so if you watch the Vanilla Ice interview, it's only from the side, Cotton.
This guy was some Donnie that was just a part of the party, and he was like, he's some Donnie, and he fucked it up. Okay,
I don't
you
buy
have some Donnie as a drop right now.
You're starting a problem, my guy.
I think that was his buddy who did that to be funny.
Is that the Donnie coming through?
He's got like a little bootleg Uzi Vert fucking mark on his face. This guy's he's a joke.
No, and then you know what he said after that?
I'm doing this for my son.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
I love that.
Me too. Let's get somewhere deep, dark, and delicious.
What's going on over there? Who's in the box? Oh, what's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Do either of you ladies have anything for the box this evening?
My box is empty this week.
You know, I got a package of some razors and some deodorant and some underwear, but I went through that earlier in the week, so I think this week it's up to JDirty.
So you're saying you don't have any content to share? Interesting, Big Trox. Well, then why don't you just not talk at the beginning of the segment and let our boy take it? Thanks, JDirty.
I did get the special edition vinyl of Taylor Swift.
I did throw it to him. So I have got a couple more pieces this week from the A and B old school homie that I acquired the Tormented from that we've spoken about earlier, in earlier weeks, and some other dope ass audio.
What was his rap name?
I thought, I don't want to say it if it's wrong. But I think it was just what we all call him.
No, I don't think it was. He came up with
had a
something
name.
else.
I don't remember. Yeah. I don't remember at all. But in that whole thing, so when you make up a new record, you will mock up and print out to see how your CD will look. I've done it every time. I have most of the copies. Just you print it out at home just to make sure all your art looks good. It's not pixelated. You could just get a feel before you go ahead and send it in to get pressed, right? So I remember seeing this at the old Axe crib back in the day when Otis was showing me the new record and all the plans. So I have here that came in this box of everything, which I'm holding on to, is the literal, unfortunately, it got some spasmatic on it, but it is the literal printed out mock-up for the very first time that they had like what their cover for Blood In, Blood Out was going to look like.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And also the booklet.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
When I saw this and so it's like, one page they're blank and then the next. So it's truly like mocked up off of a printer just so they could see what it would look like. And I remember Otis showing me this back at their house way back in the day. And yeah, it was in that box of stuff as like trash. And I was like, the fuck, that's trash. That's going in the collection for sure. So that's stupid fresh.
He said that was trash?
Well, it got ripped up like an energy drink exploded all over so much merch, and I was like, well, that's still staying. We're gonna keep that. So
that's
I show you
absolutely incredible,
isn't it? So I show you that to show you some more, but I got one more this week. It's a piece of audio, another dope thing that came in that box. Trox, you haven't even heard this yet, or even ever heard of this, because nor had I. But this right here is one of the very, very few Axe recording actual presses. That's correct.
Wow.
Rampage, the drugstore sampler. So Otis had recorded a record for this guy, Cotton, and was going to put him out on Axe Recordings before they called it Canonized Records and then Canonized Productions. They put out, we were going to put this guy out, and I guess as soon as he made the record for the guy just left and didn't pay him. So Otis, on this guy's CD, it's a diss song about Rampage on the CD called the Rampage CD. Absolutely hilarious. Yes, and then a Rampage song over a down low beat, and that's it. But I hit the boy up, Otis, and he told me that there was probably 10, but possibly only 2 copies of that to be in existence ever. And yeah, there we go. It's right here.
So, in other words, Psychopathic Museum hit up my boy JDirty because he's got that exclusive,
That's
right?
Exclusive.
Just know the talks are already underway.
Damn, I'm sure, dog. That's got to be worth a mint.
That's a lot of scripting.
There's some pretty pennies involved, but that's also something that is hanging out with your boy. But it's nice to tickle feathers. So
God damn,
that's what I got in the box this week. Some dope ass A and B flavor.
You got to keep vamping because I'm trying to fucking find the name of his.
Don't tell us what we have to do just so you can press the fucking button. You have to press
his rap name.
week.
Fuck, man, he rapped.
You know what I'm saying?
But so minimally that I don't.
I know, and he was so hilarious.
Just press the button. You press the same button every week. Don't act like you don't know what it is.
What's going on over there? Who's in the box? Oh, what's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's in the fucking box?
That's in the box.
I have no idea. Oh my god! Can you imagine what it's like to be trapped inside this brain?
Gross.
What
are you doing down there?
Me?
Hey, Trox, it doesn't matter what his rap name was. No one can find. You can't even
find
him.
It only
No one else can
matters
find
to
him.
me.
I was making fun of him. I was making fun of Big Ketchup because he's acting like a goddamn fool.
And
look at him.
Who does that do any good? Do you know what does matter a lot to me, guys? Do you guys know what matters to me? Okay, if I'm going to be honest with you, do you know what matters to me?
What the fuck matters?
Saying your mother doesn't matter?
Cotton, what do you got? El Deuterino, what do you got?
Talk to him.
Oh, I have something very specific this week. Very specific for Netflix. You understand?
I'm gonna get that beat.
It's very, very specific that I have for Netflix. So specific, I believe Big Trox has actually recommended the shows before. But I'm not going to recommend the entire show. I'm going to recommend the first 3 minutes and 30 seconds of one of the episodes of this show that I saw because that's all I gave a fuck about.
Sounds like me before intercourse.
But it is it's Love is Blind. Big Trox, I believe you've recommended this show on this program before. You're a big Love is Blind fan.
Huge fan.
And I believe you might have even recommended
Just for the record,
season 3.
technology even cut you off.
That's fine. Did you also recommend season 3 of Love is Blind on this program? Have you recommended that yet?
Absolutely. I love it.
Okay.
I think we talked about it last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so then a piece of that
Small
I
girl,
saw,
big heart. I remember.
the only thing that I want to recommend on that is season 3, episode 3. The first 3.5 minutes of it is when there's a female on the program that is trying to break up with one of the dudes that she has been getting to know via blindness. So she doesn't get to see him. She gets to know him
via blindness.
Wait,
Is
they
that
have
what you
blind
said?
people on. Wait, Love is Blind. They're blind.
No, they're not.
They don't get
He's
to see each other. They
He's
don't get to
terrible
see
at
each other.
describing things.
So she's breaking up with him via blindness, and then it goes to him while he's being interviewed by the production staff of the show, and this man is sitting there and he's acting like he's very, very sad, and then he says, "Do you mind if I use these?" And he takes eye drops out of his pocket and he starts pouring eye drops into his eyes, and then looks back at the camera and says, "I've just never had feelings for someone that ever drew me to tears before." And then tilts
they
his
showed
head
it
back
on the show.
And then
whole
he tilts
thing,
his head back again, and then he says, "Is it okay that I'm doing this?" And they say, "If your eyes hurt, keep on putting in eye drops." And he squirts a fuckload into each eye, and then looks back down at the camera, and it's like clear, like wet lines, like running down his face, and he's like, "This is just some of the hardest stuff I've ever. These are some of the hardest conversations I've ever had to have." It is the most psychopathic thing I've ever seen on television before, and they play it with like this like very like lighthearted, like jaunty type of energy. Like it's look at that, look at these fun people and how crazy and kooky they are.
What's that guy's name?
I don't want to say because I didn't know the first time I watched it, and then I went and rewatched that scene to learn it again. But we have a similar government name. We have a similar government name.
Oh, his name's Andrew.
So when I watched that episode, I was like, yeah, that I know a guy like that.
Whoops.
So that shit is wild. I agree with you.
Craziest shit. I was like, why would they allow this to be shown on reality television? Like we know that this is what goes on.
The show is so good. If you like any reality shows, it's the fucking best. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. They thrust these people into like committed relationships
they don't.
within
These
like 10 days. Yeah, these people are assholes and they're fucking idiots. But it's so much fun to watch because they get invested and they're like, it's wild, Jay. It's wild.
I don't doubt it.
Crazy.
I don't have time for that.
It'll suck you right.
I won't give any sort of spoilers in terms of like names or anything, but there's like a couple that links up on this season that Cotton was just talking about, where then like on one of the future episodes, the dude that like says that he wants to marry this woman and like, you are the best person I've ever met. He then goes on to describe to this woman that he said how much he loves her and how much he wants to be with her, how this other woman looks like exactly the kind of person that he needs to be with, and she is like his ideal mate. And he's like describing this to this woman that he just proposed to. It's fucking
I get
insanity. It's insanity.
I just can't buy into all that.
They're terrible people.
Yeah,
they're all terrible.
And you know that what I learned about that, just watching real quick before I give it to one of you guys. But what's interesting about that is it used to be reality TV. The producers of reality TV were the ones that were manipulating the subjects of these shows, and they were trying to get them to be in like salacious situations and like changing the footage to make it look like things happened when they didn't and things like that. Now these people that are going on these shows are so fucking they need attention so bad that they're willing to make this shit up themselves. And
they're willing to be like, I'm gonna dump a bottle of Visine into my eyes to make it look like I'm capable of emotion, and then you should just keep rolling. You
guys really believe that that's not like in the script to like look off script?
I know. No, I think that the dude
not on this one, dog.
Because otherwise they would cut that out.
No, because it's good TV.
I don't think so. If you watch exactly, it gives
that's
me
why
like,
it was written.
It gives me like Stern vibes. Like it's like they're just capturing this and like, oh my god, these people are fucking awful. Let's just keep rolling, and then we're gonna air all of it. Like they're capturing like that these people are fucking terrible.
You don't
people.
think this is some Truman Show shit? Like
No, I think it's it's your typical reality show, but Netflix is like, we're gonna air all of it because fuck these people.
Yeah,
that's kind of
it's like it's unedited because it's Netflix.
And it's Netflix, so it's all like
it's like every day, isn't there? Like it's on all the fucking time.
No, it's not like Big Brother. It's a once a week, and but no, I'm sorry, it's not even once a week. They gave you like a hot load real quick, like a fat, like a leg load or a nipple load. Like you got that deep and hard quick. And then they made you wait until
if it's a nipple load off of your chest, I think we got 4 seasons in one setting. Like we got a ton.
And they're really.
We have a chest cannoli. We have a chest cannoli worth of Love Is Blind at this point. You know, Love Is Blind wasn't even my show for the day, but I love that show, and I've watched every episode.
Episode 3, season 3, the first 3.5 minutes. That's all you need to watch. It'll blow your fucking mind. Everybody go watch that.
Cotton, if you liked that, you'd like the rest of it because it's all that kooky. It's all that.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like 3 seasons of watching the Drew Barrymore dating show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kooky as fuck. These people are loony.
Shouts out.
At some point, you gotta step back.
Yeah. So big catch up. What have you been watching?
Our big catch up.
Big catch up in the place to be. I keep it Heinz. I keep it 157.
How did you not start off with that? I don't know. You had a great line ready, and you waited till an hour and a half in.
I keep it 157 is so fire. Like I can't believe we're just now hearing that at over an hour into this fucking program.
I had to get it in, boys. No. I watched one of the most infuriating documentaries that I've seen in quite some time, and it kept up with the, you know, the creepy kind of Halloween vibe, because fuck this fucking fuck. Have either of you guys heard about Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey?
No.
Okay.
He still does beats for us, and he's gonna mix any upcoming prize.
Big ups, Pauly. You know what I'm saying? I love you.
Yeah, what happened with them? Did they break up?
No, me and Pauly keep it 157. But this show is called Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey. It's a Netflix doc about the fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the FLDS.
I love those guys. Yeah, they're nice. They're real nice guys.
Oh
they sent me some of my first free merch.
They're like the Kanye West of religion. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm glad you led with that, because what they
That's
are
almost accurate
is fucking horrific. So this is a 4-part doc on Netflix that came out last week, and it's about the FLDS and Warren Jeffs, who is their prophet, who is this guy that basically inherited thousands and thousands of followers in this like sect of the Mormon religion, that like he
Cardi
basically
B's son died.
What?
Like if Cardi B's son died, he'd inherit a lot of followers. We're past 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
That one was fine. It just took us.
No, so it was this guy Warren Jeffs basically inherited this cult, if you will. I mean, it's a religious sect of the Mormon religion that these people have been like, you know, kept in this almost prison-like environment where they're not exposed to anything in the outside world at all, like no news, no radio, no newspapers, nothing. They're basically like that movie, The Village, where Kimmy Schmidt, there you go. They're like they're completely like encapsulated in this world where they're not allowed to see or view anything, and they're stuck there for decades and decades. And
this is a documentary. This is real.
Yes, and it's still ongoing. And I don't want to give too many spoilers about everything that happens in it, but
he died, he rose again. It's fine. We all know the story.
It's fucking horrific. These people are really just subjected to the worst shit I've ever seen, and horrible things. And at the end of the doc, I was really hoping that there would be like some comeuppance or some like resolution, and it ends, and I was just angry as fuck, because this person that is like the prophet of this religion is a rapist, horrific human trafficker.
For a minute, I thought you were still talking about Love is Blind.
I'm not.
I mean, it sounds like it. Jesus
no,
Christ.
It's fucking it's a really, really well-made doc. It's great. And fuck this person, Warren Jeffs, one of the worst people I've ever heard of. Well, you guys gotta check this doc out. I
want to take this moment to say, Warren Jeffs, if you want to come on the show, you're not invited. We're not going to have you on here, and we don't support you at all.
Well,
Warren Jeffs is just like someone else that I had a really big stance on, and I forget. But we don't want her or Warren Jeffs on the show. Tara Reid or something.
Tara Reid.
Who's not allowed?
All right,
Tara Reid and Warren Jeffs are basically the same.
All I got to tell you guys is go watch Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey. It's fucked up. If you like docs about cults.
Why Keep Sweet? Did they like run like a cookie company? Like why is that in there?
That was the motto that was given by the founder of this particular sect, that he said to all of the women, you need to keep sweet at all times. Keep sweet and always be sweet, pray and obey. And it was basically just a mind control kind of fucking thing that they did. Really gross, really terrible. I would like to
making jokes about it.
I would like to find the prison that this person is in and go all Breaking Bad on them. But, you know, I can't do that because I'm just big ketchup.
Do you remember Breaking Bad when they lit that guy on fire in prison?
Warren Jeffs deserves that fate.
He needs that scene. It's
he needs
episode 3, season 3,
Bad
3.5 minutes.
Season 5. You know
All
what
right,
I'm saying?
ketchup is gross. What have you been watching?
Well, nothing near as serious as Big Trox's fucking doctors, and maybe nothing as lighthearted as El Duderino, and his Love Is Blind. But somewhere
Love
in
is
the
blind,
middle,
by the way.
somewhere in the middle of serious and
I hate your word choice. I hate your word choice.
All
I
right,
don't know
timestamp.
why.
Go back.
Timestamp for sure.
In the world of just say what you're watching.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You guys want to
serious and could not stop laughing.
Do you want to start the
my
Halloween
God.
episode in like 5 minutes?
Oh
We can
my
start over.
God.
All right. My bad. Curry is very alcoholic.
This episode's going to be 45 minutes long.
My apologies. So somewhere in between the Troxel's horrible doctor, Ketchup's horrible doctor, and the blind love of El Duderino, I got caught in about an hour and a half of watching sort of like documentary footage. It was video
project?
Sort of also. It was video of okay, let me I'm gonna go back here. Do you guys remember like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2? You know, A Secret of the Ooze, and at some point when one of the guys fell, you could see a mat and they pulled it away real quick, and you thought that was like the cool shit as a kid. You'd point it out to your homies. Well, WWF has fallen victim to this many times. And I literally watched like an hour and a half worth of like hard hitting, like investigative reporting style footage of just places where they expose wrestling for being fake. And every time I'm like, well, we know it's fake. I didn't turn it off. Another one started. I watched another one. I saw
you don't
guys
even like wrestling that much.
I know, but I love like BTS, and I felt like that's what was going on, and I was very excited. And yeah, that's why I didn't make fun of Love Is Blind too hard, because I knew I was not coming in with any heat. But I had a great evening. So yeah, what have you guys been watching?
Take it, press the button.
Let's
take
go
us
to
out.
Florida.
I've never been more disappointed in the three of us.
I don't know why you would say such a thing.
What the fuck was that?
That was the preacher.
Yeah, he just.
Please, sirs, leave.
I was gonna say, I know
This is not about the photography. This is about God.
It was the preacher.
Yes.
Oh, he's like, of course.
Well, I don't know. You look like a fuckwit.
I couldn't give you more than that. I just had a quick reference to who we were talking to.
Exactly.
It was the preacher. It was the preacher.
What's going on in the FLA?
Florida, man. Florida, man.
On this week's edition of Florida Man. Oh, where's my headline? Machete wielding man caught on several cameras knocking on doors in Lauderhill neighborhood.
That's
Look
illegal?
at this motherfucker. God, that's illegal. You're a maniac. I don't
Look at that.
I
He's
don't
knocking
understand
with
what you're doing as a part of the show.
I don't know.
You said to me tonight, I'm like, who the fuck are you?
I don't know why that's illegal necessarily. If you're allowed to hold a machete and you're allowed to knock on doors, I don't know why you can't do that at the same time.
That's like that old George Carlin. You're allowed to fuck. You're allowed to sell. Why
Fucking
can't you
is
fucking
legal.
sell
Selling
your
is
fuck?
legal.
Yeah, there you go.
Why isn't selling fucking legal?
There you go. I knew I fucked it up, but it's like that's why.
It's true.
You can't knock on people's doors in a button-up shirt and a machete.
So I just want to shout out our longtime friend of the show and homie Johnny Doc. He actually sent this article in and said, "I think this is a good addition for the Florida Man." And being that it's Halloween, a man knocking doors with a machete sounded perfectly appropriate.
Shout Johnny Doc.
Big time.
So in Lauderhill, Florida, neighbors are concerned about a well-dressed man's bizarre behavior after he was caught on camera approaching a home with a machete in hand. The guy was even wearing a tie. Security footage captured the dapper dude, wearing a tucked-in dress shirt and tie, walking up to a Lauderhill home.
An
Monday
intern
morning.
wrote this. They were just trying to get in big words.
Seriously, at around 5:30 a.m. Tap the door, then tap on the walkway. Could you imagine somebody knocking on your fucking door at 5:30 in the morning with a machete in their hand? Knocking.
You could have stopped.
Machete?
You could have stopped at just the first part of the question. Get the
Knocking
fuck
on your door?
out of here at all, ever. But at 5:30 a.m., get the fuck out of here.
The residents thought he was a strange solicitor, but after examining the footage further, they realized he was holding machete against his arm, which he used to tap the door and walk away. That's fucking terrifying. The couple who gave 7 News the video asked to remain anonymous due to safety concerns. I see some random dude knocking on the door with the back of a machete.
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Then he just disappears as quick as he came. Go ahead, JDirty.
Up here at the top there, it says he tapped the door and then he tapped on the walkway. And then the next line says he tapped the door and walked away. So is he like tapping the sidewalk?
No, which he used to tap the door and walkway.
Yeah, but under there, then it says then walk away.
Oh,
so I'm like,
yeah, maybe.
I'm confused. Like, is he
That
like
could be-
scraping his knife on the ground, or
Yeah,
did he just tap and leave?
It sounds
It could
like
be
he's
missing
like
an
it sounds like he's like clinging his machete on the ground on his way up to the door. Then he's knocking a few times, tap tap tap. Then he's clinging it away.
That's what I was gonna say. It's more sinister if he's like,
it's menacing.
like sling blading that shit.
But I mean, but look at this dude's build again. Is anybody really afraid of this guy? Scroll back up.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
fucking
he's holding a
terrified of this
machete.
guy.
Come on.
Are you kidding?
I could take him. I could take him. No
Oh
problem.
my god.
That dude, you fight. Give me.
That guy's packing a baseball bat and a
JDirty.
machete. Look at that. Like,
For the
He's packing a baseball
finale?
bat.
What
Yeah, that
season
guy
are we
look-
on now? Are we on season 7? Can you compile a list of all the times where Cotton thought that he could defeat someone? Because
I could easily take this dude. This dude is not even a question.
we're gonna do another Make-A-Wish segment.
I would
That guy-
I would go in for a tackle. I would swing low, sweet chariot, and he's fucking hitting the ground toasted. Like I'm not even worried about that guy.
that guy
He
is going to scalp
casually
you.
walking around with a machete.
He's going to
Yeah.
scalp you and then eat your heart while you're still alive.
I'll pummel him into the earth, and he won't even know what hit him. I'll hit him like a fucking freight train. That bald bitch.
Okay. So I see some random dude knocking on the door with the back of a machete, said the man. Then he just disappears as quick as he came. I know what that's like.
Yeah, I was about to say touche salesman.
They always leave as quick as they came.
It's so mysterious that we have
I
no
always
idea
hear how
whatsoever of
sharp
his
I
intent.
am, so maybe this is me.
Yeah, I agree with this. It's so mysterious that we have no idea whatever his intent. Do you want to know? Like, well, I answered the door and he
it's
fucking
definitely
sliced
murder.
my fucking head off.
His intent is certainly murder. You don't just do that
Yeah.
to be like, "Hey guys, I'm the new head of your HOA. I was just coming by to ask you about your these ferns that you have along your walkway here really need to go."
Hey, you know the neighborhood fees were due yesterday.
Now, I'd hate for something bad to happen to your yard here.
Hey, dude. So it's the 6th.
The neighbors were saying your dog was barking a lot. I went ahead and took care of that. Yes, thank you, Trox. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Hey,
You're gonna
dude.
come to my play, right?
Yeah,
Far out, man.
far out, man.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so right before knocking on the couple's door across the street, the same scenario had occurred. They saw the same thing, that they went up to their front door the same way and did the same thing. I think they were driving around, said the woman. Yeah, we're kind of freaked out, said the man. I get that. The concerned residents told 7 News that they have no idea who the man is or why he's knocking on doors with a large blade. No fucking shit.
He's gonna art the clown your vagina.
Whoa.
Happy
That's
Halloween. He didn't seem like someone lost or confused. He seemed very intentional, very businesslike, like he was dressed for business, just with a machete.
I'm
That's-
telling you, the
What a
intern who
sentence.
wrote this article is so stupid.
No, that's a fucking quote, dog. That's not written. He didn't seem like someone lost or confused. He seemed very intentional, very businesslike, like he was dressed for business, just with a machete. I love that quote. That's great.
I hate people.
The incident has been reported
Maybe
to police.
He should go back to her house.
Seriously, but Louder Hill police acknowledged the bizarre nature of the incident, but they haven't identified any crimes that were committed, so it's just classified as a suspicious incident. That's fucking wild.
It is. Suspicious.
How is that not garner a police check around?
For real.
I will say it is certainly suspicious.
Authorities have since increased patrols in the neighborhood. Thank you. They're also asking those who live in that area to check their cameras and see if they have any odd sightings of this man, like dragging a fucking machete across your front door and then tapping it on your sidewalk. That's odd, I'd say.
I like mashed potatoes.
Yeah, which is exactly what the people had their doors knocked went to do. But for now, they remain uneasy and just want to make sure their neighbors are aware of what happened. I just hope somebody knows who the person is. That way we have peace of mind of what happens, or we don't want the person coming again, right? So we want to know exactly who it is.
Such a selfish
lover.
Right?
Right.
I don't want them coming again, right?
So are they looking at the newsman or the interview right? You don't want him back. Oh, you do? Okay, erase the right. I apologize. You want him back. I don't want to get murdered.
Jesus, we have a 4-year-old son. I'm suddenly a lot more concerned, and just with him getting out of the car, myself, said the woman. Yeah, he's got us looking at the cameras a lot more now. No, you don't say?
Well, maybe stop letting your 4-year-old have full reign of the fucking property.
Guys, that's their statement to the news. The world is a crazy place, and when you have kids, it's really scary. That's their statement.
I know that there's this guy with the blade, but we're out of those little outlet covers. Do you guys know where to get those? Because I don't want Billy to shove a toothpick in there.
Yeah, exactly. I've been thinking a lot lately about how the fact that somebody walking around knocking our doors with a machete might be dangerous for my 4-year-old.
They might be up to no good. They may
But he's dressed business-like, as if he's going somewhere for business.
He's there for business, just with a machete.
It was a very nice day for being such a day that was nice.
Hey, big ups Johnny Doc on the fucking awesome submission. That was
thanks Machete Man for giving us a good time. And just so you know, if you come around my neighborhood, Machete Man, I'm gonna pummel you right into the earth. You're not even gonna stand a chance.
The more I think about it, that guy looked a lot like Johnny Doc in the video. Is there a small chance that was his way of saying something?
Florida man.
I can't even.
What?
I can't even.
So nervous. I'm so nervous. So much.
Guys,
a lot.
Guys,
this has been the longest 45-minute episode we've ever had.
Yes, we have got to cut back.
We almost went an hour tonight, which is pretty impressive.
We're well.
I love you guys. I had a great time.
It's been fun.
That's all.
Be safe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Halloween.
Yeah,
Watch
guys.
Your children. Be safe. Have fun.
If somebody
do your
wants to
ecstasy
give
if you need to,
apple,
but get to work. What?
If someone tries to give you an apple, cut through it first. Make sure there's not a razor blade in there. We're not joking around. This is Halloween.
Shouts out Half-Breed.
Yeah, and just be safe because we want all the shitheads safe. We want you to be able to join us next week when it's not Halloween, when I'll be wearing my regular clothes again. Won't that be a treat?
Oh, Black Shirt will return, you guys. We appreciate the fuck out of you. My name is
Black Shirt will return.
Sorry. My name is JDirty. We got Big Trox. We got Troxy Cotton, better known as Big Dirty Cotton, or by our aliases of El Duderino, Big Ketchup, or Johnny Duck is Machete Man. You guys, we love every single one of you for being here tonight. You shitheads mean the world to us. Don't drink curry pumpkin beer. It's fucking gross. And what do you guys got to add to this?
Happy Halloween.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. We have a lot of socials, but we'll tell you next week.